Hi everybody, it's Kim Wilson here with Lunchtime Live, and I have a cool card to show you today, a really neat technique. This is actually one that we did in card class yesterday. And then I found a different way to do it, and I like that one even better. So I'm gonna show you how to do it, and also a fun way to get a really cool little bit of ribbon. And see this fuzzy little ribbon there. I'm gonna show you how to do that too. All right, so let's get started. I've just got a card base of thick, very vanilla, and I'm using my scoring tool, and this is called Simply Scored. And first I'm going to score it in half so I can fold my card. And then I am going to flip it over, and I'm going to make some raised lines that will show up on the front of my card, and that's going to make these fun little scored bits here that you can see. So I'm going to flip that card a little bit so you can see that better, because it's really hard to see. But if you've got a simple layout like this and you just want to add a little oomph to it, then some dry embossed lines are the way to go. And you can use your scoring tool or your paper trimmer. So either one will work. And now I need to find my piece of designer series paper. Yes, here it is. And the one I did before, this is what we did in class. We just did one line on each side and then put our 2-inch strip of paper in the center. And so that was pretty fun. But I thought, oh, wouldn't it be fun if you could add even more lines and really emphasize that technique? So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So I had specific measurements for each of those, and then I used my little markers to mark where they could go so everybody could do that technique. But for this one, I'm just going to center my designer series paper. So it's 4 1/4 here. So let's see if I remember how I did my sample here. I'm going to center it at 1 1/8 there and 3 1/8 there. And I think that was what I ended up doing. And then I'm going to go over 1/8 inch, and I'm going to use my smaller tip here to make the score lines. So I'm going to go over 1/8 inch, and then I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't need that any longer for this side. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 lines at 1/8 inch, and I do need it back again. I moved it too soon because I need to do the one on this side. So we'll do 1 there. Now I can move it aside and do the other 2 lines. Whoops. I kind of goofed and went over 1 too far, so I want to show you how to fix that little goof when you get extra score lines that you don't need. I'm just going to grab my bone folder here and go on the other side where it's raised and take it and kind of smooth out that extra line. See, it's just like magic, like it didn't happen. So good way to recover from that little goof when you get extra score lines, or sometimes when you're using the scoring tool, it will kind of hop over to a different spot. And so that's a nice little trick that I use quite a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fold on my center score line. And there I've got my nice little spot there to put my designer series paper. Which side? I guess I like this side better. So let me get some glue here and add my designer paper. This is from the Inked Botanicals designer series paper. I thought these were really nice, nice fall colors. So this is kind of a Lost Lagoon piece. Some of the other ones you can see here have the Calypso Coral and Crushed Curry, so it really makes a nice fall card. Okay, time to stamp. So this is kind of a simple card, but you can see that adding those lines really adds a lot of dimension to it. So I'm going to stamp in Pretty Peacock because it's a little darker than Lost Lagoon, and I think it really makes it pop out. So let us find some vanilla cardstock here. And I'm stamping Hello Friend. This particular stamp set has a lot of great sentiments, you can see there. So I've been using it quite a bit. And a lot of times I will stamp first and then punch, especially if it's a red rubber stamp. So, but this one we at class yesterday we did the punching first and then stamped, and it seemed to be really easy to center. So I think either way will be fine. Oh, that's the cool punch that goes along with this stamp set. There's actually 2 punches. So you can kind of make a little quilted effect if you go crazy with the punches. So I have a piece of Pretty Peacock paper also punched, and I'm just kind of tilted it a little bit to get that offset look. And then, oh, I was going to show you how to do the ribbon next. So isn't that cool? So just such a simple card, but those lines really add to it. So I really had fun with this Lost Lagoon ribbon that comes with this bundle, or the whole suite has the ribbon in it. So I wanted to show you how to make this, how to unravel the ribbon. It's really, really fun. So let's cut off about an 8 to 10 inch bit here, and we'll see. Well, ribbon is always tough to work with on camera, but I'll see if I can get it done for you. So what happens, usually when you pull it, if it gets tight like that, then it's not quite what you want. So what I often do is I'll try the other side, and if that gets pulled tight too, then I'll just keep cutting off little bits till I can get, what I want to get is the piece that weaves back and forth. That's the one that you want to pull when you're unraveling. Oh, there, I got it. There it is, and look at, oh, I got stuck again. So that's why you might want to cut a little extra piece or two to help you if you need to get started like that and are having a little trouble. Okay, of course it's not going to work when I'm showing it, so it can be a little frustrating. So just keep trying till you can find that piece that goes back and forth, and then give it a pull. And when you get it, it's so satisfying because it just goes rip, 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 and pulls it right across. And I might not be able to get it this time, so might not be able to show you because of course I'm on camera. Let's try back on this side. Actually, I have one I think I started, so let me go back to that one. Oh, actually, maybe not. But anyhow, here's one I have finished. So that's what it's going to look like when it's all finished. You're just going to get all these really cool threads. And you can tie bows with them. And this is the piece that you're pulling to get out. And that's what I used to back, let's see, the card I made. So we're going to just stick that right behind. Kind of bunch it up into a little blob of cool fibers. And then it's going to go right on with that, like that, with dimensionals. And the other card I did, and I don't even have it here, but I flipped it sideways this way. And so it looks really cool that way as well. So anyhow, that's what the card's going to look like when it's all finished. And I'll probably just sit here. Oh, there it goes. It worked finally. So when you get it right, it's very satisfying. You just have to keep trying and keep trying. Look at that. So fun. Isn't that cool? And there I've got my pieces, all my little bits of fibers that I can use for a project. And then I've got my little blob of the piece that I pulled that I can use to put behind my sentiment. So cool, cool, cool. I just love this project. I hope you did too. So yeah, run over to my website if you want to sign up for my newsletter. My blog, all my information is there, and I posted pictures too. So you can find out more about it, and we'll see you next time. Happy crafting!